Tuning into the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
There it is.
Nice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another after show for NXT right here on AfterBuzz TV. We're all friends. We're all friends.
Yeah.
Also, Hobo's here.
Oh, I'm Kathy Kelly. That's Hobo.
Yeah. I fought Willie Mack over the weekend.
That's Mark
Everything
Donica.
hurts.
I didn't fight Willie Mack over the weekend, and everything still hurts.
Did you fight the power at least?
Yeah.
Fight the power!
Fight the power, represent.
This whole show about friends.
Friendship.
And backstage interviews.
Yes. And just letting people talk.
Yep.
Rapid fire interviews.
Talking to talk.
This is a microphone. You're right. And I'm going to tell you about the person that I'm going to talk about.
Oh.
Or team.
That's it.
Although we have been lacking those backstage interviews as of late, but
I like to nail them in large doses, like a big old needle to the jugular.
Well-
you know? Here's all your interviews.
I mean, Devin's just back, so they're using her again.
the
That's
thing.
what it is.
At least this week there was consistency. It was all Devin this week as opposed to let's get a little Renee and then the person's name that we forget. And then and then Devin, you know? Like
Yeah, that one. I
at
forgot
least
about her.
It was all consistent.
Yep. So let's talk about the first segment of the night. What was the verbiage of it? This is the coolest debut
Can't
that we've.
remember a more impressive debut.
That one.
Can't remember. The man's got a memory of a goldfish. He's
Seriously.
been around the bowl once, and it's all brand new to him.
What and I feel terrible that I'm forgetting his flippin' name. The End of Days.
Finn
the
Balor?
Lone Wolf.
No, Wolf. Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
You see, you've got his memory. You have not seen a more impressive debut.
No, instantly I thought, well, what about Baron Corbin? And
Or what about
Hideo Itami.
Or what
Who's all-
about anybody?
I mean, they.
Anybody.
Bull Dempsey.
Tyson Kidd
Everybody
even made fun of
debuts.
this. Tyson Kidd made fun of this in the segment, but let's talk about this. So Finn Balor comes out. I can give you 8 reasons why I like him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
His abs.
Okay, got it.
That's one.
There we go. Friendship.
But he says he's come to NXT because he is the future. Tyson Kidd comes out alongside him, his wife, Natalia.
Outfit on point.
Outfit on point.
She's very stylish, that Natalia.
Chance on point. Natty's husband. Tyson says that he was brought in the right way as opposed to all of these international superstars that think they can come in here. He says that he was brought in as a heart and they're taught respect. Fact.
Jason Albert, though, fired right back. He said Finn Balor was scrubbing dojos and folding towels for those guys in Japan, and he earned his points that way, man.
Scrubbing dojos.
Scrubbing dojos.
Since day one.
Do you have any idea how gross a dojo is?
Nope.
I do.
Sounds-
From the Santino Brothers dojo out in Bell Gardens.
I know some of those guys.
They're all right. They're all right.
They're wonderful humans.
And they keep that dojo spotless.
Yeah.
Spit shine.
After this, Justin Gabriel comes out and he says that so many guys get introduced here and they think that they're the top guy week in and week out. This is what happens. We'll show you you're not.
I guess he's a heel again.
Well, I guess he just woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
You know what?
And the crowd on point. Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
I guess, I mean, it's a whole thing with the United Kingdom or Britain and South Africa sort of a thing. I don't know, maybe.
Is
'Cause the whole
apartheid back?
I don't know. Because for some reason...
Everybody's friends. You have a Canadian, you have a South African, you have a Japanese dude, an Irishman. Who cares? It's the United Nations of Wrestling.
I think the funny thing about it is that when Itami started, they just had a friendly match where it's like, shake hands, okay, we're going to have a good match. But all of a sudden, Balor shows up and he's like, okay, no, you're going to sit down. Like there's
Now
something
things are bad. Things have just gone wrong as of right this moment.
because they needed a tag match and they needed some sort of antagonizing figure.
Gabriel, go be a jerk.
Antagonizing?
Yeah, that's right, I did it.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
okay.
pretty good. There's a shirt.
This is a shirt. Never mind.
That's a shirt.
So they all get in the ring, and it looks like they're about to go after Finn, but then Hideo Itami comes out to the ring. Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel back out, but the ref's like, oh no, we're gonna have a match. It's gonna be official.
That was cool. You don't see that very often these days that much.
That means
anymore.
Regal was watching the monitor.
Yeah.
You know, instead of being busy doing other things, at this moment he decided to sit down and watch the beginning of the show. He said, wait a minute, hey you, get out there and make this match. Do
It's
it.
really cool.
Yeah, I liked it. So Finn and Hideo end up getting the win on this. But what do you guys think of this match overall?
Super solid. Great. It's really rare in NXT to hear anybody get booed, and Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel got booed legitimately tonight.
Yeah.
It's a good night for them. They did their job.
Like Tyson Kidd keeps showing over and over again. Just you look at him fight and you go, what a jerk. So, like the quick tags in and out just so he can kind of get his business in. He's like, all right, I'm done. You get in there. It's like, oh, he's coming. You go beat him up. Just go beat him up.
Yeah.
Like, just fantastic tonight.
Man's
Yeah.
on point.
Yeah.
He's one of the best, and now he's getting to bring his brand to the main roster, and he's turning heads there. Good for him, and I still appreciate everything he does down in NXT.
Why do you think that this is working? And because I feel like we've seen so many likable heels that we're actually, you know, rooting for and wanting to see more than some of the faces, but he's the heelish heel.
He's going back to basics. That's
Yeah.
all it is. The guy knows what he needs to do. So many bad guys are caught up in the idea of, oh, all the bad guys are cool. I'm just going to be cool because the bad guys are cool. No, man, Tyson Kidd's just a jerk. Straight out.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't hide it or try to be cool. He's just a jerk.
He's been on Raw the last couple weeks too.
Yes, he has. And I think I have to say this might be partially to thank for Total Divas putting them both, like putting him and Natty in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And getting a chance to use what they've started as a storyline on that show
Yeah.
and go, let's see how that can affect the wrestling shows.
I feel like it started with Total Divas this past season, and then it's transferred over to NXT, and now we're seeing the same things that he's been doing on NXT on the main roster shows, like, you know, putting Natty in the way of harm, or, you know,
But then they made the decision to kind of make her okay with it so far from what I've seen, which is a total change in Natty. But at the same time,
because you feel for her, then you're like,
Yeah.
wait, you're so much stronger than this.
Yeah,
you're amazing. What are you doing?
better than him.
And hasn't
Yeah.
there been a change from her on Total Divas? Hasn't she started to turn into this
A little more
heinous
aggressive?
Catwoman?
I mean, she's definitely instigating a lot of their fights. So I wouldn't say that she gets sympathy from that, but maybe in the second half of the season, which has yet to premiere, we'll see some of that.
I mean, you really got to hand it to them. Total Divas may have brought the spotlight, but they brought a story worth seeing to that spotlight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Those guys are taking full advantage of every little inch of road that has been given to them.
True dat. Fact.
And fat. Very good.
Fact.
Very good. But the physicality shown by Balor tonight was the way he dodged the jumping over the ropes, giving a quick kick to Tyson, and then heading back to Justin Gabriel. The dive that he did to the outside, where he totally messed up his lower back.
His lower back.
His super lower back, his butt.
His butt.
He probably bruised his butt.
Yeah.
Is that one more thing that you like?
What?
Two more things.
Two more things?
I don't know.
Cheek left,
Didn't
cheek
see
right.
enough of it.
Give it
left,
time.
cheek right.
Somebody will win by a tight pull. Soon enough. A funny note was the soccer style kick that Brennan called. It's a Pele. It's a Pele kick. He's really one of the person who popularized that type of a maneuver was Pele. And just because AJ Styles uses it, that doesn't mean that it's not a general term.
Well, AJ
you know?
Styles isn't on American television anymore, so I don't see a problem.
I mean, they're talking about New Japan or
Well, global force
of.
and all that gimmick. Yeah.
Either way, it's a move that has been popularized somewhere else, but that's the name it's called. And soccer style kick is boring and stupid. If you call it a Pele, people go, "Oh, I get it. That's fun." But
And also because in soccer they exclusively use their feet. So there's nothing but kicks. So all the kicks are soccer style
Butt
kicks.
kicks?
No matter what kick you, even a kick to the butt. Yes. Nothing but soccer style kicks.
Devin Taylor interviews Sami Zayn backstage. She's back, and he's saying the same old, same old.
He's a guy they just like to put in front of a microphone because he can utter coherent sentences. That's
True.
it. Even when stuff does not have anything to do with him, they're like, Sammy, what do you think? Well, I think this.
oh yeah, back when like something unrelated to him was happening, they're just like, "But how about you?" And he can still put a good promo. Just like, what if you were involved in this? Well, if I was in it, I mean, right?
Everything that he says makes sense, though. That's why he's good at talking, because I feel like he sees the, Yep.
Yep.
He sees.
Clearly, I'm not good on the mic.
Some people have it, some people don't.
Is he like Jack from Titanic? He sees people.
He sees people and draws them naked.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Dead people?
Well,
No,
maybe
that's
if you're going to
different.
cross
That's
Sixth
different.
Sense and Titanic, I think you'd get Ghost Ship, is what that would be.
Yeah.
I'll never let go of that reference.
Never let go, Kathy. Never let go.
Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch
Aren't you gonna make a try
come to
for
the
it?
ring. What?
Nothing. It's a line of dialogue.
Sasha Banks comes to the ring accompanied by Becky Lynch. She's fighting Alexa Bliss tonight.
Hey.
Sasha ends up winning, but they've really been building her the last few weeks. She
tonight
looks
was
so
no exception.
strong. Yeah. Clean win over Alexa.
Quick win.
Yeah.
I totally thought because Sasha came out first that she was just gonna attack Alexa right off the bat and just totally take her out. And I was expecting a quick match anyway, but this was even better because we got to see Alexa really hit that sunset bomb roll up and just gross. Really beautiful head scissor takedown. It was a hard hit, and it made everybody just kind of go, "Oh no, oh god."
And she got mad. Alexa got mad in this. Sasha Banks is feeding her all this punishment, and Alexa gets up and starts throwing those stiff elbows. That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
You get angry if somebody's been holding you down the entire time. Get up, smash somebody's face.
Speaking of Devin Taylor in chat, couldn't they hire Kathy Kelly instead of Devin Taylor to work backstage at NXT? AfterBuzz exclusive. Make it
I
happen.
think that she does a great job.
Yeah,
though.
she does do a great game.
Yeah.
Great game.
Smart game. Put her over. That's how it proves.
It works.
So, where were we?
We're talking about the match. It was-
Okay.
Sasha Banks. Yeah.
Okay, there's actually something very important that I wanted to talk about this match, and it's the inconsistency between the terminology of the NXT Women's Championship and the fact that everybody is considered divas. Sasha said it herself, she's the baddest diva. It's like the following is a divas match.
Yeah.
These divas, but then it's like, do you think she's gonna go after the Women's Championship? And that sort of inconsistency is sort of damning to the whole
Right?
division, because like you have to.
It's confusing as a fan.
It's confusing, but then it's like everybody's a diva, but if you win the championship, you're a woman.
I think that says a lot about how they view women.
It's bizarre. It's so bizarre to me. Like the whole
I just want consistency. I don't
Yes,
care whether it's
more
called
or not.
divas because that's how they've already branded it. I don't see it as a negative term because of the way that they branded it. It is strong females. That's what a diva is in the WWE. However, yeah, I want that consistency.
Yeah, but and on top of that consistency, the women down in NXT should be standing different from the women on the main roster. You know, like
In what way?
well, I figured like everybody's trying to work to be on the main roster, and they express that a lot.
Yeah.
In both the male and the female divisions. So if everybody's a superstar and everybody's a diva, then okay, you made it. And you're just on NXT the whole time.
Okay, all right.
Like that's another sort of differentiation and consistency. If everybody's a diva and everybody's a superstar, then why isn't everybody on NXT wrestling on the main roster? And
NXT is the AAA ball, and they're just waiting to get called up. So they're not Major League Baseball players yet. They're
right.
Like they have this isn't the WWE universe. This is the NXT universe. They even make that separation when they're talking about this as a world. So how can you make that separation and that branding work so that you can see the difference? Because people can watch the show and see the difference between the main touring show and this show.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you're really kind of dumb. I mean, the things that you say that come out of your mouth are just sort of fall out like poop.
What's in this cup?
But you made a good point just now. That was really smart. Gotta give it to you.
That's why I got an A+ in smarksmanship.
A+.
They call me smart for a damn reason. Speaking of women, today is Sarah Del Rey's birthday.
Happy birthday,
from everybody here
Sarah
at
Del
AfterBuzz
Rey.
NXT, happy birthday, Sarah Del Rey. And
You do a fine job.
Thank you for reminding me down in. Thank you, Chris NX3 Nixon, for reminding me in chat. I saw that earlier today. NXT tweeted about it, but I forgot.
It was Bill DeMont's
Your
birthday
memory is really
last
short.
week.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm tall, memory short. If I don't write it down, it's not here. Also, what I did write down, butt kicks.
Butt kicks.
Because that really made me laugh.
So.
Yeah, so I just want to talk about that.
Yeah. But let's talk about what happened after the match. Post-match, Sasha gets on the mic. She says, hope you're watching, Charlotte. Let's make this official. She's gunning for that women's championship.
Are they going to make it Facebook official, though?
Probably.
They're going to make a creative event to make it Facebook official? Me winning title.
It's complicated.
One person's invited. Charlotte.
It's private, too. No one else
It's private. Only Charlotte's invited.
Must request access to join group. Well, I'm excited to see this matchup.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Sasha was making a darn good point. She didn't need Becky to win this match, and she arguably doesn't need Becky to win a match against Charlotte, despite the fact that Becky is there as sort of, the ace in the hole.
Yeah.
The ace to the Roddy Piper, as it were.
Yeah.
But do you think that it could turn against her because they're not truly BFFs? So if, Charlotte does...
Aren't we done with that gimmick?
Well, I mean, they're friends.
Yeah. They're friends.
But she's
ish.
Irish.
I really
She'll do
don't
anything
think...
for a bottle of whiskey.
Honestly, I really don't even think they're friends. I think that it's just Becky is...
Finding herself.
Shadowing.
Exploring.
Yeah, shadowing. That's a good way of putting it.
Shadowing Sasha, if you will.
I think it's going to be a moment where if/when, because I damn want her to win that championship, Sasha wins the title, that Becky will be the first one in line. Like, hey, you want to got that without me? Give me a shot.
Like what should happen between Tamina Snuka and AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Tamina is recovering well, because I think she had a
She had
surgery.
that knee
surgery?
Yeah. Hope she comes back soon.
Yikes.
Beat the tar out of AJ.
Backstage, Devin interviews Adrian Neville, and it goes like, blah, 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 Sami Zayn tonight, blah, blah, blah.
Kind of, although he said like, it was blah, 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 Sami Zayn, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter.
Do you guys have anything different?
Well, no, here's the thing is, last week, Neville cut the same exact
I know.
promo.
That's why I stopped listening.
Yeah, it's
Come on,
like,
give me something new.
Sammy, he is a dear friend of mine. But I mean, you know as well as I know, and he's proven it time and time again. He just can't get the job done, and tonight will be no exception.
And then the commentators come out and they're like, Sami Zayn is on the road to redemption.
Like the thing, I kind of want to turn back time. Nope. To watch last week's show to see if they just thank you, to see if they just replayed the promo from last week, because it sounded almost exactly the same.
Devin's in it this time.
It wasn't Devin last time? It was Renee last time. That's right.
It's different.
They probably shot it on the same day.
Maybe.
Oh.
Two copies of the same promo, two different ladies.
Yeah.
Why not?
Diddly dee dee. Two ladies. That's a cabaret joke. Never mind. Butt kicks.
So Cue one of the commentators to say that Sami Zayn is on the road to redemption, and Adrian Neville is weathering the storm.
Adrian Neville, wasn't it that guy from Wacky Races with Muttley?
Yes.
At least it's something different. Changing it up. Changing it up, guys.
Yeah, I think Rich Brennan
Like
actually
his
said it
name.
this time as opposed to Jason Albert.
So, Lucha Dragons versus your faves, Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy.
That dubstep, though.
I think they just came back, the Lucha Dragons, from their nightly bike ride with their safety gear.
They got back from a
That's
trip.
good.
They got back from their field trip to the highlighter factory, where they fell into a vat of highlighter fluid.
Terrible highlighting accident.
I actually wrote down Los Matadores versus Wesley Blake.
Oh my God, Kathy! What the hell, Kathy Kelly? Kathy
Lucha Dragons end up winning, but
Are you
there's
sure?
some really cool
Did
spots.
the Los Matadores show up? Where was El Torino?
What is going on?
Did they fight
tonight?
3MB and
Yes.
did Hornswoggle come out?
Some cool spots, you guys? Guys? Anyone?
Here's the thing about this match, and Hobo said it too, is that Blake and Murphy looked stronger in this match than the Lucha Dragons did. The Lucha Dragons came back to win, and their comeback was strong.
Strongish.
Well, yeah, strongish. But at the Blake and Murphy are setting up the idea that, well, to continue using the same terminology, Blake is the setup man and Murphy gets the big hits. A lot of the stuff that we saw today was like Blake getting essentially most of the job done, and then Murphy coming in and like with that catch vertical that we saw him do the last tag match they had, and then the where was it, the head pound when Blake had Callisto in that submission. What is that? The
Surfboard.
Yeah, it's a different. No, that okay.
yes.
I got confused with that. Yeah, that's the surfboard. No, I got confused in the Divas match. I called it a surfboard, but that was a bow and arrow. Never mind. Smarksmanship, A+. But they showed more often than not that they should be here to stay. They should have a real entrance video instead of just their names flying at the screen.
I agree.
These guys are setting up a very good highlight reel for themselves, even though they really haven't been around too long, and their record is
They
more
should have a
than-
highlight reel, and the Lucha Dragon should have a highlighter reel.
Yes. Points. Kathy. That was really good. Yep, one for Kathy.
Butt kicks.
Butt kicks.
Butt kicks. Blake and Murphy are so impressive. They look like each other, and they wrestle in a similar way, and their styles complement each other. They're too good to pass
job.
up. Like, really well, I mean, they're just too good. Lucha Dragons did not look like they were on their A game tonight.
We did see some
just
impressive stuff from Callisto, though. That the second rope dive corkscrew to the outside, which was bananas because he didn't get any distance.
No.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Again,
Bananas.
yellow joke here.
He is bananas. The whole team is bananas.
This whole legal system is bananas. And then we got to see Sin Cara do that roll up bomb.
Roll through power bomb.
Roll through power bomb. Where
The Cara bomb.
That's not a small dude too, and he just picked him up with
ease.
one leg. Essentially.
One arm. I'm by one leg. He's got.
Black.
Yeah. That's strong luchador.
Yeah.
That's a big ninja.
Strong.
It's like two ninjas taped together to make one big ninja.
So like 3 ninjas kick back?
No.
That's a point for me.
That would be illegal.
So like the win tonight for the Lucha Dragons seemed more like it was a way to remind everybody that the Lucha Dragons exist, as opposed to being an impressive victory, because Murphy and Blake showed much. They were much more impressive tonight than the tag team champions were. Which, when it's not the #1 contenders, that shouldn't really be a thing. You shouldn't be out wrestled.
I mean, but then you've got the Vaudevillains, who were the first in line, and they said so in a promo following this match. And I really feel that the Vaudevillains could take the titles off the Lucha Dragons with the next opportunity. I think they're that strong.
Yeah, they've looked. It's sort of like when before the Fatal 4-Way event, when we saw the Lucha Dragons face off in one last tag match before facing the Ascension, and I just was like, I don't think they can do it, just because their performance in the match was like, well, judging from both of their performances, they can't get it done. The Ascension just have their number. And this is a similar sort of thing where if the Lucha Dragons can be put off so much by maybe the second or third contenders to the tag titles,
ranked number 3 or 4 at this point. Yeah,
like how can we expect them to? I don't understand how we can get behind them.
Yeah,
I mean the color coding match was a big help tonight, but that's not enough.
You couldn't miss them. Who are the tag team champions? Those blinding fellows over there.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about who the potential #1 contenders could be.
Well, they
are okay.
Yeah, the Vaudevillains won, so they're the #1 contenders. But
I mean, arguably, if the Vaudevillains win, which it kind of looks like it, do we want to see them against Blake and Murphy at some point, any point?
I mean, that's the only other tag team that seems to be wrestling.
Well, I mean, just because they're a shoe-in by, lack of other contenders.
Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger? What?
No, they broke up.
I know.
That's the thing.
I know.
But we might still get the mechanics from Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. Good name. We just hopefully we get to see people step up now. We get more people who are like, all right, we want to be a tag team. We're going to be a tag team. Let's be a tag team. Because Kid and Gabriel, while that was fun, the one time it was, and then they returned tonight, reunion tour. That's not going to stick around. And Balor and Itami shouldn't stick around.
Too good to be a tag team.
Yeah, like they have to fight the Ascension, then the Ascension leaves, and they're like, okay, handshake, let's go, and then they're off on their own.
Then they're kicking each other in the head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's just. Like what? Who do we have? We don't really have it. We used to have a lot of people, and now we don't.
It's weird. It like spikes, Like, there's a tag team tournament. There's like 18 tag teams, and then where did they all go? Did they evaporate? Did they die in a terrible bus accident? All of them at once? Who knows?
Other than that plane with the Big Bopper.
They were in that plane with Big Bopper, Buddy Holly, and third party.
What's with?
Who's the third guy?
Ironically enough, Full Sail University's logo is a plane.
Oh.
Why would
Which makes no sense because Full Sail, you would think it's a boat.
And they're on the water.
Oh, do we consider Enzo and Cass a tag team?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. No, because like they do tag teams.
Yeah.
They do tag teams. They do tag team matches, but they don't necessarily necessarily. It's okay. They're a tag team, and then we lost the Legionnaires too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that was. Where's the tag teams, man?
Where have all the tag teams gone? Yeah.
I need a tag team. I'm holding out for a tag team at the.
This makes me think of Spider-Man for some reason.
I'll turn off that dark.
Let's talk about the main event.
Richie Valens, by the way.
Richie Valens, #3. Thank you.
Yeah,
Richard Valenzuela, I believe was his actual name.
Let's talk about the main event.
Do you guys want to talk about the main event?
Let's talk about the main event.
No, I want to suspense the disbeliefs.
Well, you can.
No one told them life was going to be this way.
We'll talk about the main event.
Yeah, you just chill out. We'll talk about it.
I'm not listening. This isn't working.
Sami Zayn versus Adrian Neville. We had this match announced last week. Sami Zayn. Just.
Thank you for joining us this week.
I was going somewhere with that.
Butt kicks.
Butt kicks.
Beef.
Okay, I'll just fast forward to the end of the match.
No.
Neville fakes a knee injury. Sami goes to check in on him and rolls him up. And what a D-bag move. Seriously.
That's what friends are for. That's not what
To
friends are
be
for.
D-bags.
I think my favorite part of all of that. Well, there are two. Is Nev coming up from behind and going like, "Sorry, mate, you just couldn't do it again tonight."
You know, you really tried hard there, kid. It's not your fault. You're just not meant to grab the brass ring.
And then Sammy just staying there. He did not
He was like,
move.
he was in disbelief.
He was dead inside.
Seriously.
Everything just went.
Nice guys.
Contemplating suicide in the middle of that ring. Will that go too dark for everybody?
Yeah.
Some stone silence? Whatever. Some of us have mental problems. It's fine.
What did you like in this match, Kathy?
Everything.
Yeah, it was impressive how it started. A lot of back and forth, and Neville just couldn't get the leg up on Sammy.
I just want to know how they're going to. Obviously, Neville was still kind of like milking the injury towards the end. So are they gonna say, okay, well, Neville is out for the next couple weeks, and then we get that match again at Takeover 3, whatever it's called?
Or
4.
Sami
No,
Zayn
4, 3.
hires a private detective to get video of Adrian Neville, like playing tennis and basketball, to show that his knee injury isn't legitimate. He shows it to William Regal, and Regal goes, well, this guy is obviously taking a workers' comp fraud, and we're going to put him in a match very soon.
How do we legitimately get to
I was gonna say,
I like my idea!
it's like, or maybe William Regal just goes, "That was BS. Let's do it again."
I feel like Regal would say, you know, that's a tactic that people can use, and that's
how
on
the
you.
crumpet crumbles.
That's how you.
That's how you what? Kathy? You threw it.
Trying to walk away.
That works well when you're sitting.
The door's locked.
So
That's true.
yeah, I mean, Sammy, you should just know better.
He should have, but it was
He is a snake.
nice to see how he stopped and for a moment was like, he thought about it, and then when he saw him rolling around on the floor, he was like, "Oh, this
I gotta
sucks."
help my friends.
Exactly,
Right, you feel. I mean,
He fights for his
honestly,
friends.
The match was all business to Sami Zayn. The match was all business.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to try my hardest, and I'm going to try and pull out a victory here because a victory means so very much to me. And Adrian Neville took it personally, and he decided to use a very underhanded tactic, which in the end caused Sami Zayn to question the whole logic by which he wrestles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you do when being a nice guy doesn't get you the end result? What do you do? That is the question he was asking himself, rocking back and forth, close to tears in the middle of that ring. What do you do when good guy isn't good enough?
Nice guys finished last.
That's right.
We should have done that for an opening theme song. But
Well, we wouldn't have
didn't,
had that whole
and that's
clap
fun.
gimmick this
Yeah, I've been
entire
running,
time.
because it keeps being funny. There's a lot of real fun stuff in this match that showed that their friendship is super being tested. When Sammy went for that dive and then stopped himself in the middle of the ring, and Neville's just couldn't happen it. I just couldn't speak right there.
Happen
It's
it.
okay. I'm looking at a thing.
Couldn't happen it.
It couldn't happen it. That's a shirt, babe.
Babe.
But why didn't you just fall on him? And then when Sammy held the rope open and Nev jumped over it instead of going through, that's just like a quick slap in the face. I was
Yeah.
going to slap him in the face, but I decided not to do it. And it's their friendship is really being tested, and I think the thing that will finally be the breaking point is the final match, quote unquote final match. Do we see a gimmick for the match, or is it just going to be a one-on-one? Like a no count out, no disqualification. Last man standing.
Because he couldn't get up.
Yeah.
If Sami Zayn just let him lay there, he would have won.
Yeah.
Maybe last man standing.
We'll see.
And a lot of people are talking about how the ref throwing the X up really threw them for a loop.
Well, why?
Because that's supposed to
when
be...
Sammy realizes, okay, this guy's actually hurt.
Well, no, that's the sign. That's the internal sign for a referee to go, this guy's hurt. You need to send
Yeah.
medics
They
out.
don't generally do a wink and an X. They just
No,
do
I
an
know.
X.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is it came off. It was a work, but it at the same time it wasn't. So it helped legitimize the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe he really was hurt.
Well, 'cause
you
he-
don't know. You really don't know.
No, because he
now.
was
Maybe
selling it
was hurt.
afterwards.
Right.
So you don't know.
He could have been hurt, but he really did just grab a real quick pin. You have no idea. Just because there was a finish after a guy got hurt doesn't mean that he wasn't hurt. It just means that he was okay enough to go on.
For that roll-up.
Yeah. Well, overall, I think these matches progress the storylines this week. I'm really excited for TakeOver, even though
they
it's still
technically
a
haven't
month
announced
away.
it. Yeah.
A month away? Yeah, a month away, about December 11th. What do you guys think? Are you excited?
I mean, definitely.
Definitely? Definitely?
They've proved time and time again that when you give them the network, I mean, excuse the phrasing, if you give them the network, they will take over. And it's shown consistently that they gain their viewers more. They gain more viewers every single time because people go, oh, this is happening again. This isn't something to miss.
I think they realize that they also want to take advantage of the free month of the network, and
but that's only November.
I know, but showing, like, just having even more incredible matches and producing that much better of a show because they know that they want to hook people onto keeping this network.
Just because you give them an appetizer doesn't mean they're going to turn down the main course.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for food.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I guess that's it.
I guess we're done. What time is it?
There are folks suggesting 3 stages of hell match, falls count anywhere.
That got really escalated quickly.
No, but
3 levels of hell.
2 out of 3 falls. Technically considered NXT's signature.
Then actually that would have been okay.
And
I could see that really working.
Also in the chat questioning if it's called TakeOver again. Yes, they've said that the event will be called TakeOver, and every single time it will have a different subtitle.
Right.
And this one, I believe, is Evolution, thanks to Pumpkin Page in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully sometime we will get TakeOver in your house.
Yeah.
Because that would be a fun flashback.
Oh, it'd be so cool. I bet they have it in the warehouse.
So next week will be fun because WWE 2K15 is coming out, and I'm going to give a full report on how they handle NXT next time we're here, because I'm going to be exclusively using Corey Graves, because damn it, do I love Corey Graves. It's
you miss him when you don't see him. It's true.
And they're doing a WrestleMania event tomorrow night, and he's hosting it with Ryan Seacrest.
Really?
It's a pre-launch ticket event for WrestleMania. They're actually going to be in town. It's going to be Tyler Breeze, Corey Graves, Sami Zayn's going to be in town.
This town?
No, they're up at Levi Stadium.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's quote unquote in town. They're going to be in state. And they're going to have a ticket release party, and Corey Graves is going to be helping host it.
Okay.
Yeah, so if any of them are busy, come down and we'll interview you tomorrow.
Please let us
or Saturday. Don't fly back on Saturday. Come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a thing I'm excited for.
Okay. Well.
Tried to get the tickets.
You want the tickets.
I did, yeah.
Tickets.
Oh, yeah, and make sure to get your tickets to WrestleMania because they go on sale on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You had to remind them of that because, they may have forgotten.
They may not have gotten the email.
They might have really short-term memory.
Like
you never
me.
know.
I don't know.
Why are we here?
It's just the most impressive debut I've seen in a long time.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this after show. Please leave us comments on what you thought about this week's NXT.
And
you can also find us on social media. Where can they find you guys?
Hey, you did the gimmick. You can find me at Twitter, on Twitter, at Soapbox. Shut up.
At Twitter.
At Twitter, on Twitter. At Soapbox Mark. You can find the two of us on YouTube. At Soapbox Car TV, we do a lot of wrestling entertainment, including lessons in smartsmanship. That's what this shirt gimmick is.
You can get your own shirt gimmick.
Yeah, and if you want to hear me talk more about what I think the current state of the Divas division is, you go on, you find that video. I'll link it on Twitter because I'm real proud of it, and a lot of people are liking it.
Must We Divas.
Must We Divas. It's very fun, and we have a shop where you can get these shirts, but I'll talk about that later. What about you, Hobo?
I'm on the Twitter at True Hobo, and I sell shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/hobo, and I'll have a website very soon. I promise. BlackScarSuperstar.com.
There it is.
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelly. You can find me on Instagram at Kathy Kelly. You can find all of us here on Twitter and Instagram at AfterBuzz TV. Thank you guys again for watching, and we will see you again next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.